Welcome to our weekly success tip video. This week we're going to be talking about how to have a productive spring break. So, spring break is coming up next week if you're watching this in real time when we post it. And we're just here to give you some tips and tricks on how to make the most of it. So, the first thing we want to make sure you do is diversify. So, have fun, maybe prepare for summer and fall in certain ways, and then obviously leave some time to study and catch up on work. But the nice thing about spring break is that you don't have class. And so you get a little bit more time to mix things up. Make sure you're still getting the rest you need. And speaking of rest, the first tip we have for you is to make some time to rest and have fun. So, like by prioritizing rest and sleep more than you might be doing during the semester, that can help you kind of rest up for the second half of the semester. Um, but also, prioritize having some fun. So if the weather's nice, get outside, go for a bike ride, a walk. Maybe you like more strenuous exercise. Maybe get together with some friends. Maybe you've got friends from home who are also home on spring break, or friends who go to UMBC who you just want to catch up with. Maybe you're spending some quality time with your family. Rest and fun can look really different to different people. So think about what makes you happy, makes you feel rested and relaxed, and make some time for it. Really prioritize that. Our next tip is to prepare for summer and fall. So, this is a good time to think about internships and jobs that you might be interested in, maybe for the summer or for next year. So, there's, we're told this all the time, but when is the time to do research on that? The semester is really busy and it's hard to prioritize things like that. So, this is a good time to take a little bit of your day, maybe 1 or 2 days this week to really think about this. Like, where do you maybe want to have an internship? And what that might look like. So you can make an appointment with the career center here on campus, or you can have it in person or you can do it virtually. Maybe your meeting with them isn't till after spring break, but that's fine. Maybe you spend some time looking through Handshake to see what kinds of things are still available for this summer. And also, you could consider updating your resume. So you can do all these things through the Career Center website, and the Career Center website, also all of these sections of the Career Center website will be in the description box. Links to all those things if you want to click on them. So you can make an appointment, check Handshake, all that kind of thing. You might also just want to make an appointment to update your resume. Another thing is that a lot of folks are really interested in getting involved in lab research on campus, but they're not really sure how to go about doing that. So, this is a great time to do some digging into what kinds of labs we have here. And again, in the description box, you can find the links for this, but the bio and chem websites both have research tabs. And if you click those links, you can scroll through all the research interests. There's some, the first page you'll see is like bigger kind of groupings of biological and chemical research. And then if you click each one, you'll see the professors whose research is involved with that area, and you can click on those pages. And they'll tell you on their pages on the websites what their research interests are, and they'll tell you a little bit what they do in their labs. And then if you are interested in that, you can get in touch. You can reach out to them and send them a little email about yourself and why you might be interested in working in their lab. Ask them if they need lab assistance or if they can suggest something else for you. So this is a good way to do that kind of like work on your future and things that you might be interested in doing, that you don't always feel like you have time to prioritize during the semester. So, yeah. And then the last thing, of course, is to do some studying, especially if you need to. Not everybody really needs to study during spring break, but a lot of STEM students really feel like they could benefit from this. So, I commend you if you're taking the whole week to really rest. But if you're planning to study, which we do suggest doing, first thing is, take a look at your syllabi, revisit these. Are you behind on anything? And like, what's coming up soon? Do you have tests or quizzes or assignments? Think about those, really like put those in your calendar. Think about what it's going to involve to prepare for those things. Maybe think about how you can catch up if you're falling behind at all. So, the kind of planning aspect. And then, use that to kind of make a task list of academic work you'd like to accomplish this week. So try to plan it out day by day, not giving yourself too much every day, but like, maybe making a checklist of things to do every day that you can comfortably get through in a few hours, unless you want to work a lot more than that. But again, we do suggest, really making some time to rest. Doing a few hours of work for school every day is plenty, for most students. And then think about like whether your current study systems are working for you. This is a good time to revamp them. And one example of this, for instance, might be like, are you doing enough active recall practice? Maybe you need to be spending more time with your learning objectives for classes. Thinking about like, what are your routines and habits for your classes so far? Are those things working for you? Do you want to maybe think of doing something different? It's a good time to get some of those systems in place and start getting yourself used to them so that once you go back to school next week, you can kind of just continue on that, path towards new habits. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and we hope you have a really productive and wonderful and restful spring break, and we will see you next time.